Hey, how's it going, guys? Last time we worked on constructing the fusion reactor, and in this episode, we're going to work on getting the power set up for it. So last time I talked about using the crystal chargers with laser units in order to power that fusion reactor in order to actually start it up. And I made the cyan energium crystals of tier 5. So each one of these can hold 6 billion laser units. So that's all good. But to actually use these guys, actually, you can only put 16 in one. So we'll just take those 16. But to actually use these guys, we need to have the large crystal charger or the normal crystal charger. And we're just going to go for a large one because it's basically the equivalent of a large battery box. So it has 16 slots inside of it. So I've gathered most of the materials I need already. There's just a couple of extra things that I haven't crafted yet. And that's going to be the crystal processors, but those are pretty easy to get. So we'll work on those as we set everything up. But the other stuff that I have the materials for are the, if I can actually get the right recipe, where to go. Made the stuff for the compact force field emitters. And if you'll notice, or if you're familiar with these recipes, they usually have nether stars in the middle here. But I've changed those recipes because I think I mentioned it last time or a couple episodes ago. I really don't like the amount of nether star spam in GregTech and just in mods in general. So what I've done is I just modified the recipe to take a compact signal emitter instead of nether stars, and that's pretty standard across all the other force field emitters that required nether stars. I just changed all of those to use the equivalent compact force field emitter, or rather compact signal emitter. And I also changed these guys to not need ender pearls or whatever, just because it's kind of annoying and it's not actually fully automatable, at least within GregTech. And I think that kind of goes against the spirit of the mod, especially because, you can't matter fabricate them in a way that's renewable, both nether stars and ender pearls. There is a way to fabricate them technically, but it's not something that you can sustain. So I just changed those because I think it's ridiculous. So, whether you like it or not, that's how it is. But yeah, I gathered all the materials for those, so let's craft those guys up. So I got all that stuff here. We'll do, how do you craft these guys again? Double check. All right, let's see if we can shift click those. We can. So we got our compact signal emitters, and then we put osmium wires. And these guys are actually pretty expensive. Each one individual 8 times osmium wire is 4 osmium. So I think a total here we have quite a lot. Easily over 64. I think it's 4 stacks actually. What else do we need for these guys? Oh, we just need circuits. Okay, no problem. Let's get our circuits. And we got these guys. So we have our signal emitters, or rather our force field emitters. Now we just need the crystal chargers. So for these guys, we need titanium machine casings. Got one of those, and then you can just look over here. So we need crystal processors. I think for both tiers we do. I don't think I actually have, actually I do have one. I don't think I can just order up 3, can I? Oh, I can. I taught the system how to make pretty much everything for circuits, so I actually even taught it how to make the emerald crystal guy, but I don't think it has enough to make these. Yeah. So we need to give it emerald plates or some equivalent of an emerald plate. I think I have some here. I do. So I have exquisite emeralds. I'll just cut this. Yeah. And then I think we can turn that guy into, or if we just type emerald, should give us these guys. And I think to make these, I already taught the system, so we should be good there. We'll order up 3 of those. And it should deliver it to us in a moment. Yes, perfect. Let's keep track of our little crystal processor here. It's just crafting the signalum, which I taught the smelter setup over here how to make, the mixers and smelters. And I don't remember if I did this on screen, but I pretty much upgraded all of these to use solar panels and whatnot. It's probably just not turning on because there's no power yet. There we go. What I should do is put, what are they called? Transformers on all of these guys, all these solar panels, so that they can run even at night. Because it just, the power actually does come in at night. It's just, I think, cut in half. So there is enough to start the burning boxes and the igniters. It's just, if you don't have the transformer, you don't get to actually pull that power out. It's too small to actually run that power bank, I think, or rather the automatic igniter. So maybe I'll put a bunch of transformers. And another thing I did actually off screen was set up the mining dimension portal here, the mini portal, to transmit the power from the fission reactor in the mining dimension, and it's transmitting out all the way back over here. And then that power is also getting distributed around the base. The reason I did that is because the applied energistics peer-to-peer tunnel wasn't sending all of the energy in one kind of large packet, and it was also bottlenecked to EV. Whereas with this, I can actually send any level of power. So I have it set to send IV, or rather, I think it's actually LUV. So it's transformed up to LUV on the reactor side. And then it's transmitted through the mining dimension portal, and it runs through Naquita cables under the ground. And then it comes over here and transforms down and then gets distributed. I'll probably modify this energy network a little bit just because there's no need anymore to have it like all the way over here. We're not really losing too much power because we're transforming up to LUV, and the losses on LUV are minuscule, but even still, it's nice to be efficient. So I might just put like a battery box here and then have the power get distributed from this side. But yeah, this allows me to transmit all of the energy in one go if I want to, or rather as much energy as the battery box on the reactor side can actually output. So we're no longer bottlenecked by, I don't know, however much the peer-to-peer tunnel was allowing us to use. And I don't know why it works like that exactly. I imagine it must be on the applied energistics side. I don't think it's on the GregTech side. But I did a lot of testing in creative, and it definitely is bottlenecked at the EV level. And it doesn't even send across all 16 amps of EV. It only sends across, I think, 4. So I don't know. There's some kind of arbitrary limitation set on applied energistics side, which is strange because this is the GregTech New Horizons version of applied energistics. But yeah, that's just how it is. I'm not really sure why that's the case. But we should be getting our processors here in a moment. It's just making platinum foil. I think it's, yeah, running this guy over here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I've worked on. It's been a little while since I recorded, so I don't remember exactly everything I've done. I think that's mostly it. I can actually demonstrate the transformer setup on the reactor side in the meantime, just because it's, I guess, somewhat interesting. Oops. And I can also show how much enriched Naquita we've been making, because the reactor has been running, as I've been doing stuff kind of like on the side. The reactor has been continuously running, generating power, and breeding the Naquita rods. So we have quite a lot of enriched Naquita, and I will probably be using that relatively soon for very small reactor setups around the base. So you can see I have 6 here, 16 there, and I have 8 here. And probably I have some rods here. Yeah, I have 2 Naquita enriched rods here. So quite a lot of Naquita. We can use that to run very, very long-lasting, compact setups. If you've seen my latest reactor tutorial, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, we'll use that to run like little heat setups and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much the same setup as before on this side. It's just using transformers to go up to LUV instead of, I think, just EV or IV. And then obviously we're sending it through the mining dimension portal. And I did have to modify the, I think it's either the lava or the mineral water or whatever, the fluidized, whatever it's called, the fluid spring water. I had to remove the mining dimension portal from down there and bring it up here and then send it this way, because the portals kind of act weird when there's multiple running at the same time, like in the same relative space. So yeah, basically I'm just pumping all that liquid. I don't know if it's lava or whatever, but it's going into this portal. There's no problem with that. It just, I had to move it. And then obviously the power is going in here, and then it's coming out the other side, and I'm running it around the base. And the reactor, I don't think, is too different. I'm trying to remember if I've changed it since last time. I think maybe I didn't show this part. I just removed one of the reactor cores, and I have the water setup going a little differently. And I have a little water setup down here to siphon off some of the coolant from the reactor, the hot coolant, in case the water level drops below a certain level. A dryer here will run. It's full of water, but I don't know if I can access it. Yeah, it's kind of blocked on all the sides. But if the water level ever drops below a certain level, I think it's like 4 buckets or something in the boiler, the reactor, or rather the coolant will siphon off into that dryer, and then we'll get a big burst of coolant. So it's just an extra utility system to prevent random shutoffs and stuff like that, or, you know, a meltdown situation, basically. Hopefully I'll get to go back here without too much lag, because going between dimensions on the server with my connection right now is pretty rough. All right, come on. Just let me go through. Jesus. Okay. Hopefully my circuits should be done. Let's see. Yes, looks like they're done. Okay, so that's order up 3 of these guys. Why do you still have to make more? I thought I already had the crystal processors. Am I crazy? I have these. Why are you trying to make more? That's bizarre. I thought you just had to put these together. Am I incorrect? Why is it not detecting that I have enough? I think I might have messed up this recipe somehow. Craft? Why does it say I need all this? I definitely do not. There's something a little fishy going on. Let's investigate this recipe first, because I don't know if I even did this recipe on screen, so it might be good to take a look at how this is being done. So let's check the processor recipe. Oh, I have it set to make 4 at a time. That's why. Yeah, that'll that definitely will do it. That's unfortunate. I think I can just stick this guy. I should have ordered it just 4 from the start, but at this point, I can just do it like this. I think this should still work. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's the problem when you bundle 4 recipes like that. I think the reason I did it that way is so that the what are they called? The presses always get loaded up with 4 recipes because they can do 4 at a time with their overclock setting currently. Because otherwise, I don't know why with the electric engines here, there's always like a delay until the next recipe gets processed, or rather the current one finishes. I don't know why it's the case, but it only happens with them. So I just made it so that all those recipes in the presses run at 4 times, which is usually not an issue, but obviously in this case, we did not run 4 recipes at the same time. But we should be good now at least. So we'll put these guys like that, and then I think we just need some circuits. We'll get 4 of these. All right, so there's the first crystal charger, and then we'll upgrade that to the second one. There we go. So now we have a large crystal charger, and we will put this guy. Actually, I need a CO2 laser as well. Let's see, do I have an IV CO2 laser? I do not. So we need platinum cable, titanium machine casing. I think I should actually have pretty much all of that. Machine casing, I do. And then it's just the CO2, what are these called? Carbon dioxide laser emitter. And I actually have enough. So let's just throw these guys down here. Should probably have these on autocraft as well, but I'm extremely lazy. It's okay. I don't really make enough of them to care too much about it, but it would be a pretty simple recipe to automate, so maybe I'll do it. All right, so 5 of these guys, and do I have a crafting table down here? I do. I could just craft this right here. Oh wait, I need circuits. So give me 2 circuits there. And I think I have everything I need at this point. So let's look over here. So what I'm gonna do is put this guy, I think right here. Just want to make sure I'm doing this the right way. So this is gonna go here. What I want, I'll take a laser wire as well, you know? That way I can kind of move it around if I need without having to move the entire setup. Oops. Hey, what is going on? Why do I have this? Okay. Laser fiber wire. I just need 1. Trying to remember why I put a cable on this. I put it here for a reason. I just don't know why. So this battery box goes here. Transformer goes up to IV, and then the laser emitter can go here. Just trying to think, why did I do that? I guess there's not really a problem. If I need to move it, I'll move it. I think I could just put the laser down like this. Perfect. And then I will put the crystal charger here and I'll fill him with the crystals. And yes, he's perfectly running here. Now, I don't know. This guy shouldn't emit lasers unless he has something to emit them into, I believe. Progress. Yeah, it looks like he's not emitting anything. So I think you have to have something on the receiving end to actually receive those lasers before it'll actually spend them. So it's not the same way as a regular laser, which will just emit lasers until you turn it off, basically. I'm just trying to make sure that this is going to accumulate lasers before I run away from this and do other things. But it takes a long time. It has a very high capacity, so it looks like it's 4 million laser units before it even starts to charge the crystals. So we're going to be kind of on the lookout for that. I think it should be okay. But another thing I wanted to work on while that's charging up, basically, is there's a setup that I wanted to get working on in regards to my metal processing, like with the smelters and everything. First of all, I'm going to move these all to a chunk underground. I think I've showed it before. It's just down where the third basement level is. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a universal extender under these smelters, and then I'm going to put the thermoelectric cooler down here and then point that into the universal extender. That way, whenever this guy is running to cool down the mold, it's also sharing its heat with the smelter, and then we're not losing any of that heat. Even though it's a relatively minuscule amount, it's still something, and there's no point in wasting that power if we cannot actually harness it. The only thing is the universal extenders are a little expensive, but I have enough platinum here at least to make a couple. And I think I ordered up a bunch of stainless steel, but I probably will need quite a bit more now that I'm thinking about it. We have 200 here. Just trying to think how many I'm actually going to need. I'll probably need at least 3 stacks of curve plates for these. So let's get those started. Because you need stainless steel fluid pipes. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that. I can just extrude them directly into stainless steel pipes. No need to do them in the curve plates. Also, I could have done that for the platinum too. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just extremely dumb. I didn't do that. So I just wasted a bunch of power basically doing nothing. That's okay. I think I have enough power here. Yeah. All right, so we'll leave those guys running. What else do we need for these extenders? I need gears. Let me order up a bunch more stainless steel. I'll just order 300. I think I have more than enough for that. And let's go check again on the crystal charger. I think I'm also going to set up teleporters or something just to get around the base faster, because I am getting sick of running up and down stairs, even though I'm extremely fast. Yeah, these guys are still not charging, but you are almost there. Wait, what's going on? Why did that just drop? Oh, I guess that's weird. It works differently from batteries. I don't remember it behaving like this, but I guess it charges the internal buffer up to a certain point and then kind of like shunts that power into the crystals, which is different from a battery. Like the battery boxes store up their buffer and then they start transferring the power directly to the batteries. But this guy seems like, yeah, he charges his buffer and then, yeah, shunts all that power directly to the crystals, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. So yeah, we're going to let these guys charge up. It looks like it's working, so no problem. And the capacity here seems to be, let's see, and million, so 104 billion, which surprisingly enough is not even close to how much we need for the vibranium recipe. You remember the vibranium recipe to start? Oh wait, actually, no, it's enough actually. So the vibranium recipe takes 12 billion. I thought it took 12 trillion. I don't know why I came up with that number. I added a couple extra zeros there, I guess, but yeah, not too bad. So we'll just charge up those crystals, and I guess I'll come back when the battery box is charged up with enough, and then we will start putting that power into the fusion reactor, and I'm going to try to cut it or speed up the video or something so that we can watch the fusion reactor activate, because otherwise it's just going to be a bunch of waiting for energy to transfer around. We definitely don't have enough power in general stored up to do this, like all in one go. But I think we'll get there relatively quickly. I'm just trying to check my battery levels. This guy, where does that power come from? It comes from down here, I see. Let me check on the reactor side. I don't think we're going to be draining our batteries all that quickly because our generation is quite high, and I think the amount of energy we're siphoning out is bottlenecked at some point. Let's see. But yeah, it'll still take a while just because the energy just takes time to transfer around. But it shouldn't take overly long. I'll just kind of wait until it happens. Yeah, I don't think we've even really dented this guy. He's depleting a little bit. Yeah, he's draining the... Oh no, it's actually charging. We're getting a power increase here? That's interesting. Okay. I think maybe it's... Oh yeah, it's decreasing a tiny bit, but not that quickly. So I think we honestly should have enough just to straight power all those crystals, and then we'll just directly put that into the reactor. But let me cut it here, and then when it's charged, I will come back, and then we'll start putting that power into the reactor, and we'll queue up that recipe, and then as soon as the recipe starts, I will record again so that we can watch that crafting recipe happen. So for now, I'll cut it here, and then we'll come back. Hey, welcome back, guys. I've let the fusion reactor here, or rather the laser charger, charge up for a couple of hours. And if you look, we now have a little over 12 billion. So that's 100, 1,000, there's million, so 12.5 billion. And if we look, the Vibranium takes 12.4 billion. So we actually have plenty of laser units to charge this guy up. So let's go ahead and just attach this guy like so. So we're going to put a laser wire here. And where is my cutting tool? There it is. So we have this guy. We're going to connect him like that. And very slowly, he's going to start charging laser units into here. But actually, he's not because I don't have the recipe queued up. So let's actually input the materials for the recipe. So this is the beryllium for it. We'll put that here. And there is the adamantium. And we will put that in here. And also we need the selector tag. And we'll put that in the main part of the fusion reactor. And if we right-click these guys, you should fill up. And those things, I think, got consumed if we look with our scanner. Yep, so the adamantium and beryllium are now in the reactor. The reactor is going to charge up with laser units. So you'll see this guy is slowly draining his laser units, very slowly actually. Probably would be good to make a couple of just normal crystal chargers to discharge all of these crystals at the same time, but it's all right. It'll just take a little bit of time. I will not obviously record the whole time that's charging up, but I'll try to come back as soon as it starts the reaction. But this is going to take a while, and it actually took a long time to charge up. It took a few hours, and it completely drained every battery that I had. So this battery box was completely empty. The battery box on the reactor side is empty, and the battery box here is empty. And we also drained all of the fuel that was coming out of the distillation tower. So pretty heavy-duty recipe here. And I also made a circuit here to stop the thing from charging when it has enough power. But this thing holds so much power. Like, if you remember, each one of these crystals holds 6 billion laser units. So, you know, we didn't even get like, I think we maybe got 5%, 10% maximum. So this didn't even have a chance to turn the thing off. So I just disconnected the laser for now because obviously we have enough to run this reaction. And I don't plan on using the reactor multiple times right now. Even if we did, all the other recipes are much, much cheaper to run. So it's not a big deal. But I just wanted to point out that I did indeed put that circuit there. I don't think I'm going to ever run that thing like super heavy duty, but we'll see. But while that guy does his thing, I thought I might come back and show how I'm going to sort of slightly improve my smelting setup here. I think I mentioned before when I was recording the potential to use the universal extenders to improve the heat transfer in order to capture the heat that's coming out of the thermoelectric coolers, because right now we're just kind of wasting it. And I think we should start getting some, where are they? The stainless steel plates. I'm ordering up like 800 or something like that because to make these universal extenders, they take the robust machine casings, or rather reinforced. So that's quadruple plates across the board here. So very expensive. I'm going to try to make 32, which is about 800 stainless steel in terms of just the machine casing. But for now, I'm just going to make a bunch of these stainless steel guys by hand. Definitely, I'll have to make a extruder or smelter setup just for ingots so I can make multiple compressed plates like the proper way, which is turning them into ingots and then welding those ingots, and then finally combining those, or rather rolling those ingots into the plates. But for now, we're just doing it by hand. It's not a big deal. All right, let's, oops. We'll get even more of these guys. We're just gonna do this like with a stack, and that'll get us part of the way there. And just make sure, yeah, we're making triple plates here. Just had to check. It's not even worth eating the whole time just because we're going to end up using all of our food anyway. Oh shit, I'm making... Oh my god, I'm making so much stainless steel scrap. That was a waste. That's the problem with using the anvil. I definitely need to set up that other system. What do I have this thing full? I do. Let me just toss that in the AE system. Yeah, now my account's all going to be messed up. Oh well. Where did I put the other scrap? Or did it not make that much? I don't know. I think I was just hammering normal plates here, it seems like. Why does this hold 21? That's weird. Okay. So we'll put these guys on. How much do I have? 27 and 32. So I need 5 more. That. And then we'll put these guys here. I'll try to be a little more careful. Alright. Are we coming up on the... It's such a weird... divisible. I don't know why it goes up to 21. It's a bit strange. Alright. Trying to be very precise here so I don't accidentally make item casings or... There we go. Huh. Makes sense, I guess. It's very strange, though. Okay, whatever. We will put these guys back on. I did make item casings. Yeah, I'll have to get rid of those. And I hate that you starve with this. I definitely need to make the modular power suit soon and just switch over to using like steak or something so that it can auto feed me because this kind of sucks. But also I have to do my crafting the right way with the plates. That's totally on me. All right. I don't know how many quadruple plates stack in one slot. I'm just trying to see if I can like get this to count. I cannot. All right, let me... I'm like slowly withering away here. Let me put these guys away temporarily. This is painful, I know. It's all right, we'll get to the setups in a second. There we go. Oh, come on, man. There was only one at least, whatever. All right, throw these guys in the shredder. And then give me another one of these. 43? Huh. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why this is happening like that. That's 21. 1, 2. A miscount? Okay. I'm like counting this in my head. Sorry for the silence there. All right. I thought we could also potentially work on some like very small reactors around the base while we wait for that guy to charge, just because we're gonna have a bunch of like time while the laser units transfer across. But I think we actually have all of our things here now, at least, so we can have the universal extenders, which are very useful for reactors as well. So I'm not gonna complain. Oh, and you know what? I was making transformers too. Iron plate. I was. So we'll do this, get our transformers, and we will put these plates around like that. Put the rods like that. And our wrench. And we'll kind of just... Oh, shit. I hate that's there. Oh my god. I accidentally misclick that so often. Alright. Let's not do that again. I can only carry 2 of these at a time? My god. What a world we live in, huh? Alright. right, let's put these rods away, and then we can make our universal extenders. And I think we can actually just craft those like that. Oh, I need my rotors. That's what I'm missing. And of course, you can only carry 16 of those, but I don't even think I have 16 machine casings, so it doesn't really matter. Right? And I think that it. So we can make 10. I'll just put the other stuff in for now. That, you guys can go. Okay. What I wanted to do, because I was making stainless steel here, is just hook up more solar panels. So let me make some solar panels. Actually, I already have some. And I'm actually hooking these up with transformers, the ultra low voltage ones, because the transformers, or the solar panels rather, do run at night, and they do generate a reduced amount of power. But to actually get that power, you have to transform it up from ULV. If you just do it with an LV transformer or anything like that, it's not going to get you the amount that you are expecting. Let me turn this to reverse mode. There we go. Now this guy should be running much faster, or somewhat faster at least. I think I could probably go this upgrade this guy to MV, but for now that's fine. It should be cooling this down relatively quickly, I think, if we look with our scanner. Yeah, cools it down a little quicker. But the main thing I wanted to do here was to kind of reconfigure all of this. So this guy can go, the mold can go, this guy can also go. And what we really want is for, this is in the wrong spot, there we go. So we want the thermoelectric cooler to go here, and we want the mold to go here, which means the hopper will also have to move. Let's put the hopper down first. Hopper goes here, point that way, and we will put the item pipe onto him. Put you like that. Again, this is going to go downstairs eventually. I'm just kind of doing this here because it's convenient for me right now. The only other thing we'll have to do to get this working is to have carbon fluid pipes just to pipe the molten metal into the mold. But that's not an issue. Just do it like that. And then let's take the solar panels. What is this guy connected to? Oh, he's connected to this guy. Okay, fine. We'll just put him over here. So we want an L or ULV transformer like that. And we'll put our solar panels after we reverse this. We'll put the solar panels here. So that guy is always going to be providing cooling. And if we move the burning box down, we should be able to have this guy also infinitely provide a little bit of heat. So where did I put that? Oh, there we go. Universal extender goes up like that, up like that. I'm just wondering if the redstone controls actually work on this way the same. That's the only thing I haven't tested, so I guess we'll see together. Oh, and you can see I'm recording around Christmas because there's the Christmas tree there. All right, so the igniter, oh no, we need the gas burning box like that. I hope it still works the same way with all the covers and everything. It may not, which is on me. We'll get that guy there. We'll have gas and then automatic igniter down below like this. And we'll go like that. And we'll have the solar panel here. And we'll put this guy back here. I think that should be good. As long as we sleep for that solar panel to work, I think it should be all right. I just have to double check. All right, so what can we make in here? This is the rod, so I'll just make platinum rods, I guess. Let's do 100 platinum rods. Why not? So that goes in. It looks like it works the same way. So the igniter worked on that guy. I just have to see if the automatic machine switch actually works on here. It may not. I'll have to, yeah, let me do this. Give me that. You still, oh, you're pulling things out slowly, that's why. Let's see if this just automatically turns off. That's the real test, because there's, automation covers on these. Like there's the automatic machine switch here to turn off the burning box. It may not communicate properly through the universal extender. in which case we'll have to do this with like additional covers, but it should still work okay. It's kind of hard to even see if this is going faster, to be honest with you, but I've tested it in creative. I did it basically with two smelters. I put them side by side. I had one with just the normal burning box. It looks like it did work. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. Huh. It's just because that recipe finished. That's unfortunate. Okay. How do I even want to do this? But yeah, I basically put two smelters side by side and I tested to see like which one went faster with a stack of tungsten or something like that. And the one with the cooler worked a little bit faster. Let me see. What do I need here? I need covers, or like that. Conductor cover, and I need redstone machine switch instead of the automatic machine switch because it's not going to work. Actually, it should work, right? We do this. So you already have an activity detector on you, and you don't have a redstone machine switch, but do we even need that? I think we kind of do. Well, we can just do it on the side, right? So if we put a redstone machine switch on the side here, like that, and we have an emit cover go here, then we have an accept cover go on the top, that, and then activity detector. We need another activity detector. Let's do that. I feel like this is a little redundant. Maybe I'll modify this slightly. I think it could be done simpler, but where's my wire cutter? There it is. Connect this guy like that. So now if that guy can run, you will be able to communicate. Doesn't need the universal extender there. I think it's just the automatic machine switch that's not working, which is kind of unfortunate, but where is it? There it is. So if I just put like one platinum in here, we should see, yeah, that still works. So it's weird because the automatic, rather the activity detector still works through here, but I guess because it conducts redstone or something. But yeah, the automatic machine switch unfortunately doesn't work. But that went really quick. I don't know if you guys saw that. That one platinum went real fast. So it's not a huge amount of power being added, but it's kind of noticeable. Especially if we're going to do lots of recipes, I think it'll make quite a difference. Especially if we end up upgrading the cooler, I think that'll make quite a lot of difference because we're only actually providing half the amount of power for this smelter. This guy can accept up to 1024 heat units, and we're only giving it 512 with this burning box. And there's really not a huge need to use the tantalum ones anytime soon. Maybe I'll eventually do it. Then even there's another smelter above that tier, so we can just switch to that, and then we'll be able to use everything just as well. So just potential options. I can put this, I guess, here. I don't even know why I had it. I think probably to measure if it was even working at some point. Let's go take a look at the fusion reactor, though. See how far we've come. Go down. Check this guy out. Assuming he still hasn't run. Yeah, he definitely has not run. There's I guess a minor complaint that I have about the fusion reactor is that you can't see how many laser units you've actually put into it. There's no real indication as to whether it's like getting ready to run or not. It's just you can measure when it's going to run, like when it is currently running and when it has the potential to run. I wish there was like a counter of some kind or like some way to measure it with a cover. I've tried it with many different kinds of covers just to see, like the energy cover also doesn't work, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. So you just have to kind of like go back and forth or have some kind of redstone circuitry to kind of let you know when this is like actively running if you want to catch the recipe. I guess it doesn't matter for most people, but if you want to record it, it matters. But it's not a big deal. For now, I think we can start working on some nuclear reactors because, yeah, we still have some time to wait for that fusion reactor. So let's craft some regular reactors. And actually, I will need to wear my radiation suit for this. Let's put this guy on. And I'll have to go and pick up some enriched naquita for some things. But what I'm basically going to do is replace some of the heat unit things in my base with reactors because basically it's just free at that point. I don't have to run or rely on other things to run certain setups. So we'll kind of just walk around with reactors and see what can be upgraded. But actually, what I need before that is to make some industrial coolant because this is kind of like the quintessential, um, I guess, coolant for like a small self-powered reactor. So let's see what we need for these guys first. Whoops. So we need an injector. Ugh, I don't want to make galvanized steel. What's the injector take at MV? That's a little better. All right. Aluminum. I think I need some rods. I need some screws, gear. What else do you take? You need a motor, copper wire, and copper cable. Get some of these guys. I'm just taking a bunch because I'm sure I'll need all of it. And we need a magnetic steel. Actually, I already have one. I should just teach my system how to make, what is it called? Motors, actually. I think probably I can tell it how to make most of this. I just don't know how to make 2 times copper, which I could very easily teach it how to make. Whoops, like that. Oh, I didn't teach it how to do that, right? 2 times copper? Oh, it does know how to do 2 times copper. Okay, just make it do that. All right, and then teach you how to make motors. There we go. All right, and then we'll put this in our pattern guys. We just need the molecular assembler. Wait, do I not have any? Really? Oh wait, oops, that's what I needed to do. All right, so we'll put that guy in there, and then we'll order just 1 motor. And then it should auto-craft that for us. I hope. Oops. What are we waiting on here? Huh? Where is my motor? Oh, scheduled a magnetic steel rod. Is it because I'm holding it? Ah, something's wrong here. Why are you not working? You're supposed to go down here. Should have already crafted that. Let's take a look. This is the problem. I already took off my quantum suit. All right, let me just get some blocks to build because I can't jump up there or fly. Polarizer. Here's the magnetic steel rod. What's the problem here? Is this getting deposited somewhere? Am I... Like, what's happening? Magnetic steel. There is one in here. What if I order 10? Is that polarizer gonna run? It is not. Why? Um, hmm. It's very strange. I wonder if I just need like a hopper with a barrel. You like behaving this way. Let's give me that. There we go. Then put this guy here and rotate this like this. And then put the recipes in here. All right, hold on. I might have to cancel the crafts that I did. I don't know why it's behaving like this. It shouldn't have. Cancel and cancel. All right, let me see if it will now make me magnetic steel. Dude, what? Where are you putting these? I don't... Am I crazy? Where is it depositing these magnetic steels? Or rather, oh, there are max. Oh, I see. The power's not hooked up. Good lord. This is stupid. Why did I disconnect this? Ultra low voltage to low voltage. Do I just not have an MV transformer? MV HV, LV MV. I don't know why I took that down. Or do I not have batteries here? Ah, it may be the fact that I don't have batteries. Yeah, probably. I don't think that's gonna run. Also, where was that even pointing? It was pointing down. What is happening here? Why does this guy not have power? Or is he just not communicating that he needs power? Oh, this is the battery box for it. So you should be asking for power, dude. Why are you not polarizer? You're not working. Let me get a barrel also to put on this. Just so that the hopper doesn't accidentally take things. I've never had this issue. Why is it all of a sudden having problems? So you have steel. Do not run. Don't. Am I dumb? Like what? You should automatically turn this on. This used to work. I think it used to work at least. I'm looking for my crowbar. There it is, or my universal spade. Let me put this here. I thought that used to work. To like turn that on and off. I don't think I changed anything to make it not work. Yeah, I have too many things right now. All right, let me take that. All right, put you here. You're still not working. Why? Is it because of the magnetic separator? Hmm. Maybe these guys need to be on their own lines, I guess. Oh, they're still not working. What is the battery? Oh, the battery box is pointed away. Why did I do that? It must have been misbehaving somehow. I was like, I definitely had that set up properly. I just don't remember what's going on. So the battery box wasn't pointed. Now if I put your steel rods in, okay, now you're running. Jesus. I don't know why I deactivated that. It must have been running out of power or something was happening and I needed one of those to run and they weren't running. I just don't remember why. Oops. All right, let's put this guy here. We'll get to my little motors. I didn't even order a new one. And all this just for one motor. My God. All right. What else do we need? We need aluminum. Oops. Aluminum. All right. And what else? Just for this, it's just a screwdriver. So it's screw like that, plates like this. Uh, two screws. Screwdriver goes here. Motor goes down here, here, and then the two rods. Kind of annoying. I'll have to make that automated somehow. All right. What else do we need for the injector? Copper cable and small stainless steel pipe. Do I have small stainless steel? Don't, but I can make them with this and a pipe mold. Where is the small pipe mold? There it is. That. All right, take this guy. And we'll put him here, put you here. What else do we need? We need an aluminum machine casing, copper cable, machine casing. We can actually autocraft those with our system already. Put these guys back. And we have a copper cable. That. Because I took it from over there. Okay. Give me my aluminum machine casing. Where is it? Taking a long time. Something. It's taking a long time. Probably because I'm at nighttime. I need to use the bigger solar panels, like the germanium ones or whatever. What the hell? Or I can just use battery boxes to automatically charge up the igniters just because they don't run unless it's daytime, which is very annoying and it's bottlenecking me. Although I think actually my problem right now is that we're making platinum, if I'm not mistaken. Aluminum is here. What's going on here? What's the holdup? Hello? There's molten platinum in here, but it's not going in here? What? Hello? Can you not do this? I was pretty sure this was happening just now, right? So how is there less than 1 unit's worth of molten platinum in here? Am I crazy? Yeah. What? Molten platinum. How did this... How did we lose platinum here? Something is not right. Uh, okay. Or drum, rather. Let's see. Shit, I don't think I have one that's able to handle this. Melting point 2428. I don't know what the melting point of platinum is. Platinum. I just need to make sure my drum doesn't like evaporate. Melting point 2041. Should just be okay. Do it here. I don't understand. What did I melt that wasn't right? Or can you not put these like that? Am I just misunderstanding what happened? It has molten aluminum in it. I thought you could do this. Wasn't I just doing this? Like, do I not have platinum rods? No, I do. What the hell? Why is this broken? What's happening right now? Something is preventing this guy from running. Oh, you have, okay, so that was full of molten platinum. But why are you not going in here? What's preventing this from happening? What? I'm like at a loss for what's going on. I thought you could do this. It was definitely working before. Molten platinum. So you can do it like this. Oh my god. What is going on, man? Just put the stupid thing in here. You have to do it from the bottom? I don't think you can even do it from the bottom. Something is preventing this from filling all of a sudden. Just some normal mold with carbon. I don't know. Why was this working before? Maybe my setup isn't gonna work? I don't know. How could this possibly not work all of a sudden? I don't know, man. This is crazy. Oh, now I need another drum. What's molten? I have one full of molten aluminum, funnily enough. So I'll just put you in here. Don't fill. Wait, what? Oh, actually, I know exactly what's happening here. So there wasn't enough molten metal in the pipe to fill the mold. So like you need 144 um, liters, I guess, to fill the mold. But when there's, probably like 2 units worth of molten metal in the pipes in total, it's going to be distributed through all 3 of these pipes, and therefore there's never going to be just 1 unit of metal flowing through the pipe, if that makes sense. Like you'll never have 1 unit. Actually, there's only 2 pipes here, but you'll never have one full unit in order to fill the mold. I think that's what's happening, which is very annoying. It means I'll have to put probably a drum over this, and a drum that is capable of holding or handling that level of heat, I guess, from any kind of material. So that's not what I thought it was. Tungsten steel, 3587. Probably just tungsten drums, I would have to imagine at this point, which is really obnoxious. Tungsten. I don't even have plates. That's annoying. Let me just order 100 tungsten plates. I have 4 curved tungsten plates and 2 rods, which is enough to make 1 drum. That's the drawback of this setup, I guess. Which is fine. It makes sense. I get it. Where's my hammer? It's just another learning experience, as I'll look at it. At the very least, I don't have to make adamantium. All right. So this guy, are you? Oops, I don't know why I have redstone on me. So you're empty, so we can empty this out, and then we can put. You don't fill anything. So you fill vertically adjacent tanks. You can as well. We'll let you do your thing. And we'll also put the molten platinum through. So these guys should drain into each other, and then eventually they'll all be empty, ideally. Although I don't know how much molten aluminum was actually in this drum. I might have to swap these around in a minute, but for the most part, I think this should be fine. Yeah, it was a bit stupid. That's okay. All right, so what do I need? I need the injector. I need aluminum machine casing. I think it's good now. There we go. Yeah, I was like, why is my welder bottlenecked? And it turns out it wasn't even that. All right, so we'll put these guys here. We have our copper cable. We need tier 2 circuit, which we have plenty of, I think. Yes, we do. Tier 2 circuit puts you here, and then it is a wrench, which we have. So that's our injector. And the injector is to make industrial coolant. And we just need a source of MV power, which is not an issue. We'll just hook it up somewhere where we have power flowing in. And we need lapis or something similar. I think it's any of those like lapis things. So lazurite and sodalite are also acceptable replacements. It's osmium. I think I have one of those materials around. This is sodium, like normal sodium. That's lapis. There we go. I think I have a lapis vein somewhere actually. Let me do it this way. Where can we look into MV power? Also, my game is lagging really bad for some reason. All right. Oh, we also need distilled water, don't we? I should make an ME connection, like an ME fluid cell, and fill it with distilled water, just so we have a source of that. Okay, injector. Don't have fall damage prevention either. Where do I have MV power that I can tap into? And also distilled water. Maybe downstairs over here somewhere. Maybe I should just like this is not going to be like a big setup. It's just probably going to be temporary as with everything else. Is this distilled water? Yes, this is distilled water. Okay. See if I have transformers for this. So I'm going to need like a bunch of transformers to come down from Ivy. Or I don't even need that one. I need MVHV. That's HVEV, and I need EV. Or wait, HVEV. Do I have EV Ivy? I don't. I need EV Ivy and I need IV LUV. So I need a chromium machine casing and let me see what else. EV IV, that's the chromium one, and then IV LUV, that's titanium. Okay. Oops, titanium wall machine casing. And I need copper wire. I need two of you. And where did that go? There it is. I need more annealed copper. I think I have some over here. Yes. Because I ran out making transformers before. Wait, whoops. That. And I need iron, oops, iron plate. I can auto-craft iron plates because I get iron ingots directly from my iron golem farm, which is kind of cheaty, but it's fine. But yeah, I do need to make an auto smelter system just to do the other ingots so I don't have to worry about that too much. So EV IV, IV LUV, IV HV, and MV HV. Okay. And I continuously fall. Okay. So I just have to make sure there's no power systems around here. Again, this is not a permanent fixture. Just need it for temporary connections here. Come on, give me a break. Actually, I could probably just even do this with solar panels. I don't know why I'm bothering with all of this. Let me see how many solar panels I have in my inventory. Maybe it's easier to just transform it. LV, MV, yeah. Maybe I'll just do it this way. Do I have a LUV one? All right, a ULV one. That's one I don't have. Tin, alloy, machine casing, iron, plate, and copper wire. And make me a 4x1 so I don't have to craft it. 2, 3, 4, and give me that one. Yeah, probably just easier to do this solar panels because it's just gonna be somewhere temporarily. All right, that's LUV. All right, where do I want to hook this guy up? Actually, do I need 2 of these? I probably do need 2 of these. Shit. Just make that one by hand. Well, I don't know. Do I even want to do this now with... I keep changing my mind. Maybe I'll just do this with the LUV or whatever. So do this here. Connect this wire like that. Transform you. Go this way. Right? Or am I wrong? Are you not sending power over? Oh man, did my reactor turn off? It may have turned off by accident. There's sometimes when I reload my world, the reactor doesn't auto start itself, or like, I think there's some weird issue with chunk loading in the mining dimension, and the reactor doesn't detect that it's chunk loaded or something. I know it's on. Really? Not sending power? It is sending power. Everything's fine. Huh. That's bizarre. Okay. Let's see what the problem is then. I thought I was sending over LUV. I'm pretty sure I am. Now I'm gonna have to deal with the lag of going between the dimensions. Oops. Come on. There we go. So this guy is, yeah, IV LUV. Okay. Come on. Don't give me a hard time here. There we go. All right, let's see. Why are you not working? What if I disconnect you for a second? Okay, now he's working. That's bizarre. Okay, I don't know. I guess because there's only 1 amp and it was prioritizing where it was already going. But let me see actually where the fusion reactor's at. It may be relatively close. Actually, while I was at the reactor, I should have grabbed the enriched naquita. Where are we at here? We're about halfway through charging this guy. We still got a little ways to go. That's just how it is. I think we had, yeah, a little more than we needed, so roughly when that guy's close to 0, we should be all set. And also, let me get an automatic machine switch. There we go, automatic. And have an empty drum? I don't think so. This guy's full of molten tin. Bronze, just get this guy. I think should be fine. Or actually, should I just make it out of tungsten? Maybe I should just make it out of tungsten because we're gonna need a lot. Tungsten. We'll just fill up a tungsten drum, maybe. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll get 2 rods. Should teach my system how to curve these automatically. So 1 tungsten plate is a curved tungsten plate. Put you there. And put you in the roll bender, which already has quite a few plate types taught. Now we can make 4 of these. I think that should be okay. Yes. Just takes a little while. But while we wait for that, we'll just go and deal with this. Actually, I have tungsten plates on me that I don't need. All right, so you have power. I need EV to IV. Yeah, I need to point it there. Okay, you're good. This is going to be very messy, unfortunately. Each feed EV, point you like that. MV, all right, where does this take power in? The back. Okay. Take fluids in from the top. Okay. Each feed MV. So I guess I can just put you in like that. You there, and you like that. Yeah, looks like that's good. And then we'll just put an automatic machine switch. So he should turn off. I don't think the power will transfer if it's not needed. So it should be okay. And then we'll just put a carbon fluid pipe here. Sure. Connect like that then. Whatever. So you have distilled water. And then you can have these. Is this not correct? Industrial coolant. Injector with lapis and distilled water. Hello? 2 distilled water, lapis? Huh? What? Injector. You're not going to tell me you don't have power, right? Where is my crowbar? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it doesn't have power. Interesting. So the power, this is annoying. It's being prioritized to the other path, so I have to like disconnect this. I don't know, I'll have to make a pipe switcher or something like that. Okay, so this is making coolant. And we'll put you like that. Okay. Yeah, so we'll make a bunch of this and then I'll come back. Hey, we're back, guys. I'm just catching my fusion reactor right at the end of fueling its laser units, so I'm expecting very shortly that it should turn on. I believe when we started we had 12.5 million laser units, and this is currently down to 3 million, I believe, or 300 million, I don't know. Let's see, that's 100,000 million. So yeah, 300 million, but we're very rapidly coming down to where we need to be. I think the recipe takes 12.4 billion, so we would probably have, yeah, about like 100 million left over. So I'm assuming that it should start very shortly. I have been making the industrial coolant off screen. We have, I don't know how much we have in a drum. I can really quickly go check. And I also grabbed the Naquita rods so that we can start using those, whenever we want to start using reactors around the base. I already have a couple of ideas for that. Yeah, you can see we have about a stack actually of IC2 coolant. So it looks like the conversion of lapis into coolant is about 1-to-1 in terms of like how many thousands of liters, or rather how many buckets you get, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I can always print lapis, and I think I have a bunch of lapis veins around, so if I have to, I'll just make more. But oh, there we go. The reactor just turned on. We can look and see the light here is green, and we can see it's processing. And it seems like this recipe takes 97 seconds, and we should get 16 million power units out of it. I think this battery box is, yeah, it's able to accept it, so not a big deal. You can see the power is coming out of this reactor here. Oh yeah, you could see transferred power 8191, which is because we lost 1 EU in this cable, and we're capturing it with this transformer. So you can actually capture just the single packet of 8192 EU directly out of the reactor from that port. You don't have to extract it from multiple ports or anything like that. And we're also just injecting that back directly into the reactor's battery box. So no big deal there. We're just recapturing our used power. And very shortly, we should get our single vibranium dust along with the tritium, tungsten, helium, and helium-3. I don't really care that much about the other products. I mean, we can use the tritium in later fusion if we want to, but I really just care about that vibranium. I have a lot of plans for, using that material for tools and stuff like that, and a couple of other things. And maybe we'll make a really high tier reactor using fission that uses a vibranium stuff, I think. Is there a vibranium turbine? I thought there was. Yes, there's a gas turbine and there's a steam turbine. So maybe we'll use that eventually. There we go. There's our vibranium. So let's take this guy and we'll throw him in the scanner, and that way we can print vibranium on demand. So this is the scanner, so we'll put him in here. And we have some flash drives, we do. So let's put them in here. And that guy is going to take quite a while. I think we've been through this process more than enough time, so no need to sit through this and do the whole thing. But yeah, we have vibranium now. We're scanning it, and we'll use the vibranium if we take a look at the actual vibranium crystal here, you can see the uses, or rather, is it better to look at the ingot? Where is it? Or just vibranium ingot? Because I'm blind. There is no vibranium ingot. That's interesting. Okay. Well, either way, there's vibranium silver, which is kind of nice. It has, I guess, useful properties in terms of weapons. If you use any of those, I think this junction is for Enderman. Vibranium steel is a little bit better. It allows you to kind of get more out of your vibranium. So you get 4 vibranium steel per 1 piece of vibranium, and obviously the rest of it is just steel. And then this gives you access to fortune and looting if you want. The other stuff isn't really applicable because we don't have mods that use those. Can you just check the alloys here? Oh yeah, you can. Vibranium silver, steel, and then vibromantium. So this stuff has a quality of 15, speed of 1,000, durability of 5190 or 5120 rather. And it gives you silk touch and fortune on the tool. I have to test that in creative. I don't know how that actually works, but you get fortune 5 and silk touch. I'm pretty sure fortune will be the one that's prioritized, but you can always just use vibranium itself to get fortune. But obviously with vibromantium, you get more durability. And even with vibranium steel, you get fortune 5. So it's maybe just better to make vibranium steel in terms of like the actual quantity you want for fortune, because, who needs to mix it with adamantium? I guess if you already have the ability to make adamantium, you might as well just go all the way, but, not a big deal. But yeah, we'll make some vibromantium. We'll make some vibranium steel, not the silver, but I'll just wait for this guy to scan, and then I'll start using it in alloys. I think this is a good time to end it. And next time we'll start to work on more base renovations for sure, because I want to spread things out a little bit more for lag purposes and also just for organization. I want to use this space here that I dug out. I want to dig out some more space over here. And I want to use this space over here for my distillation towers. And I'll just clear all this area out, and I'll start to finally organize things a little bit better. And then obviously we'll do the reactors like I talked about, because we have 16 enriched Naquita fuel rods here, and we have tons more in the reactor dimension. So plenty to go around for the base. But yeah, I think we'll cut it here, and then next time we'll get to work on that stuff. So I'll see you guys there.